Spinal frontier. The spinal frontier. Spinally good. Spinal frontier. Space Quest 6. The Spinal Frontier, episode 3 of this Let's Play.
Just message all of our friends.
I have already messaged them. Oh, actually, I haven't messaged Amy. See if she jumps in on this one.
I hope she does.
He
has all of the good ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, because it's delayed, there's a few seconds where she can't spread her great ideas. But when she does, it's literally the same thing that we did 5 seconds ago.
Mm-hmm.
And that's her first guess. And it takes her barely any time to figure it out because, like I said, 30-second delay.
Am I hearing an echo? No, I guess not. I thought I heard an echo. Okay. Okay.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Nintendo, that's not copyrighted material, so you can't sue us.
Do you see and hear the music? Music is quiet. Oh, music turned down again. Alright, so we got all this money, remember? So now we could pay the innkeeper to,
You have to do the bell.
Your words are so unspectacular, nature doesn't even see fit to grant it an echo.
Want me to hit the bell?
You give the bell a pass with your hand. The manager doesn't exactly spring to life in response, but he does stir a bit and grant you a segment of one eye.
Now give him the money.
Okay, son, you just scribble your old Bill Shatner on the register screen and I'll get your key card. Just find a room as you'll find on this orb.
You have a brief moment of what you think is cleverness. You decide to wittily sign the name Franzel Neekburn.
Franzel Neekburn.
Okay, here's your key card. Don't lose it. Room 1220J. Up the elevator. Franzel Neekburn. If I had a buckazoid for every time I'd seen that name, I'd be sitting pretty. I could afford one of those fancy fur-lined donut thingies that... What was I saying? Anyway, enjoy your stay. If you need anything, don't hesitate to tell someone.
Gee, thanks. Say, could you tell me where...
I'm a real busy guy, son. You got any questions, why don't you just go find the Chamber of Commerce and talk to them. I'm sure they'll be glad to help you out. Be seeing you.
Yeah, he looks really busy. Alright. So now we can go upstairs to our room.
I doubt his busy. Busyness level is not over 9,000.
Oh, look at that robot cat that zaps the rats.
20J.
Oh, what room did he say we were? I wasn't
20J.
Okay. Oh, look, there's my card. Dew Beam
It's
Inn.
the key card to your luxurious suite at the charming Dew Beam Inn. The room number is 1220J.
Should we just go straight to the room, or should we try the other rooms?
Go straight to the room.
Alright.
Let's see if he ripped us off.
Just as you're about to insert the key card so you can go inside and check out your new digs, you notice those two goony-looking dudes from the lobby walking in your direction at a rather deliberate pace. Perhaps they're going to welcome you to the place or show you where the ice machine is.
You think they're gonna be that nice?
Hey there, pal. Got a second? Me and my friend here was wondering something.
Fire away. What did you want to know?
Well, we was wondering if you'd have any objection to us pounding you senseless.
Well, at least they're polite
Grab 'em
about
and
it.
let's get moving. I gotta report in soon.
I do
Well,
have an objection.
You puny little scumbag. I can't believe anyone would want you. One thing's for sure. You sure ain't gonna be seeing your home son ever again. Hey, Nigel, let's get back to it, huh? We got things to do and places to
I hope
go.
he just means making us go
Now,
blind.
just sit
But
there
I
and
highly
be
doubt.
still and be quiet, little man. I've got some things to finish before I finish you.
Are you?
Okay, so you hung the key card on that little pin. I'm sure that's important. But now what do? We're tied up.
Use your mouth.
In your mouth, okay. Should I talk to him?
What are you going to talk to him about? The weather?
Actually, yes.
Alright, well, let's look around a bit.
You have no idea where this place is, but it's nice to see that grunge has finally hit the interior decorating industry. It's one of those wads of lard you ran into at the inn.
What's this on his neck here?
It looks like a plug receptor.
So he has something that you plug into.
Clap on.
This alien woman looks to be
That's
in
a
very
reference
bad
to the
shape.
demo.
Her pupils are fixed and dilated. Her body is
Remember
stiff,
when the Clap
almost as if
Master was
she's
still
dead,
popular?
and her
Yeah.
skin
When
is
I was
tight and
still alive.
puffy, as if bodily gases are
Was
building
it
up
still
inside
popular
her.
when you were still alive?
Bandages and patches appear in profusion
Now it's
all
a
over
bee.
her, and some
When
of
you were
her
a baby.
seams look like they're about to give way.
That sounds disgusting.
You make a mental note to come back and rescue this poor woman.
This- I don't think that woman's real. I think she's a blow-up doll. But
Yes.
It's a burlesque Mahdi.
oh, Mahdi. Remember Fester Blatz was selling Mahdis. Do you remember what those are? They were the chips that you plug into your brain.
This little unit is a portable
Probably has
dehumidifier.
one to-
When you're a guy like Singent,
What'd you
who
say?
sweats like a bicranial crud
Probably has
snorter,
one to
you
the
need one of these
dehumidifier.
things going all the time.
That's what I always ask. You know?
He needs this dehumidifier going all the time because he sweats all the time. So he has this thing on the back of his head. It looks like a plug
It
receptor.
looks like a plug receptor.
And he has a Mahdi that you plug into your brain. Remember the Mahdi? It changes your mood.
It's a burlesque Mahdi.
Remember we said you plug it in, one makes you happy.
Yeah, plug it in.
You're tied up, hence you can't do that.
Can't reach it.
Escape.
This is the data corder you got from that endodroid hunter dude. Surprisingly, it's a pile of books. Who'd have thought these guys could read? There seems to be a small pile of CD-ROMs sitting here. Surprisingly, it's a pile. This optical disc-based multimedia entertainment system has a slew of powerful graphics and audio coprocessors. A unique flexible architecture is extremely high-priced and plays a half-dozen
Unlike
really
what we
bad
have right
arcade
now.
games. It's called a 3DOA. You don't know what that is, but you keep seeing it above people's
Along
garage
with the
doors.
Game
It
of
must
the gaming
be some
universe.
sort of anti-theft device.
You know what I'm
It looks like the lead singer for that new death metal band, the Disgruntled Postal Workers. It's Kathy Meyerland, an attractive model with gills from one of those stinky swamp-like planets like Madoria, or Slimia, or Muxalon 4. It's the popular pin-up alien Krill McPherson, the one that poses all over time pods in Space Piston magazine. Just watch that McPherson strut. This poster is from that new graphic novel series about the sewer worker who doubles as a psychic investigator. You think it's called Gabriel Norton. It's Cindy Crawfish, a beautiful merwoman and spokesmodel from one of those beach-strewn, wimpy, watery planets like Aquaria or Oceania or Wateria. It's Kathy Meyerland, a beautiful, thick shag carpet of pelvis Brelsford. The rock and roll programming sensation adorns the east wall of this grungy apartment.
Yes, I do.
That's one of those devices for catching wayward audio-video signals from distant galaxies. You once saw a horribly violent transmission on one of these where strange-looking aliens mercilessly struck each other in vulnerable areas while others looked on in enjoyment. It was called America's Funniest Home Videos, or something like that.
That is the best!
That's one of those devices for catching
non-spawn,
audio-video
but
signals
still,
from distant
I love
galaxies. It's the key ring that doofus hung on the wall after the other doofus left. You have no idea where this place is, but it's nice to... You have no... Your captors have obviously been drinking mass quantities of that new imported beer, Tecate Wormhole. You can't reach the can in your present predicament.
There has to be a way to untie yourself.
You pinch yourself to make sure this isn't all a bad dream.
Touch everything.
That wouldn't prove fulfilling. You can't reach her from here! Drat the luck!
Hey, what the fu... I don't want to see you move another inch or I'm gonna slice you into nice little bite-sized pieces. Now, can it?
Use it to
A
take
nail
off your
protrudes
handcuffs.
from the wall. How novel. You are now a proud nail owner.
That's the keyring nail I got from the wall.
Excellent guess, Kreskin. Wrong, but excellent.
Poke it into the doll.
Good thinking. The nail proves to be just what you needed to free yourself from those handcuffs. Don't get all excited, Little Red Riding Hood. You aren't out of those woods yet.
No.
I'd better not try it. He might see me.
You grab the chip and then put it in the frame, though. Yeah, grab the chip and put it in the frame.
What do you want to do? Give him a nice massage? Wise up. This guy values you less than Starcon does.
See that chip? Remember, grab
You're
it.
reasonably certain
No,
that
grab
this
the
door
chip.
won't budge without a key card of some sort.
I'd better not try it. He might see me.
Her skin feels puffy and rubbery, as if her internal body pressure has risen. It must be Regalian bladderwort fever.
Grab some things. Do some things.
You get a jump on your senility by talking to inanimate objects now rather than in 50 years. The room seems to be vibrating very slightly. This would probably indicate a damping field in operation somewhere close by. Either that or someone downstairs is using a pro shiatsu. That wouldn't prove fulfilling. You won't be needing any empty cans. A gas mask won't help you in this game.
Pick something in the plug receptor. Clap on. Let's power off his brain.
What do you want to do? Give it.
I'd better not try it.
create static electricity on the carpet, and then
It feels like
walk on it back.
it's a short pile polystyrene rug with the ubiquitous Have a Cyclopean Day symbol.
It's removed control for it.
That wouldn't prove fulfilling.
Walk
The
back
room
and
seems
forth on
either
it.
that or
Walk back
you
and
have no
forth
idea
on
where
it.
this place is, but it's nice to see that grunge has finally hit the interior decorating industry.
Walk back and forth. That's why you don't get moddies for your brain, kids. Yeah, that's what I would suggest.
What do you want to do? Give him a nice massage? Wise up. This guy values you less than Starcon does.
Hear the music. It's so small. Yeah, I see it. So silly. Alright, so you're stuck here,
Yes. Does any of you know
and
This alien woman looks to be in very bad shape. Her clothes are fixed and dilated. Her body is stiff, almost as if she's dead. And her skin looks tight and puffy, as if bodily gases are building up inside her. Bandages and patches appear in profusion all over her, and some of her seams look like they're about to give way. You make a mental note to come back and rescue this poor woman. Teddy Schmuckspin, a popular children's toy, sits on the floor. If you weren't a popular child,
Haha.
get one. It's one of those wads of lard you ran into at the inn. This little unit is a portable dehumidifier. When you're a guy like Singent, who sweats like a bicranial crud snorter, you need one of these things going all the time.
what if you turn it off?
We wanted to give you the bird, but the sensors wouldn't let us.
Oh man. Yeah, look at
Looks like
that.
a plug receptor.
Lick it! Lick it!
It's a burlesque Moddy.
What's burlesque?
I better not try it. He might see me.
If you can distract him.
Don't even bother looking in your pockets. You are carrying nothing.
Throw the
Nada.
can!
Zip. Zero. Zilch. You won't be needing any empty cans. A gas mask won't help you in this game. It wouldn't be prudent to do that at this juncture. Due to the planetary location of this unit, it can't keep a steady picture for very
What's
long.
that on
And as is
Notebook?
universally known, the local cable company will get around to fixing it at their convenience. And who knows, you might get lucky and get another shopping channel or country western station in the process.
See it there?
Surprisingly, it's a pile of books. Who'd have
right
thought
under the
these
poster?
guys could read? This is the data
Oh, you
corner
can't grab
you
it?
got from that endodroid hunter dude.
We'll see you, right?
I better not try it.
The
He might see me.
Endodroid was actually a reference to,
Let's see. What can you grab? What can you grab?
the Terminator from both 1 and 2.
It's a short pile polystyrene rug with the ubiquitous Have a Cyclopean Day symbol.
Can't do that? Can you take your shoes off?
It wouldn't be prudent to do that at this juncture. What do you want to do? Give him a nice massage? Wise up. This guy values you less than Starcon does.
So you can't touch the radiator,
You pinch
right? You
yourself
can't
to
touch the
make sure
humidifier?
This isn't all a bad dream.
Fun.
You don't see any way of turning the dehumidifier off.
Uh-huh.
Unplug it. Unplug it.
The room seems to be vibrating. Either that or someone... It feels like...
What's on the wall there? Underneath the spore beer.
Don't touch that. We
See
don't know
that-
where
that-
you've been.
That blinking light spore beer right above your head?
Ow.
What's underneath there on the wall?
The
See
room
that?
seems to
Yeah.
be vibrating. Either that... You have no
Oh.
idea where this place is, but it's nice
Okay,
to
so
see
it's
that
not-
grunge has finally hit the interior decorating industry.
Have you tried moving around the posters at all? Like on the right side of the wall? Have you tried messing around with that?
A beautiful thick shag carpet of Pelvis Brelsford, the rock and roll programming
Ooh,
sensation,
there we go.
adorns the east wall
Can you
of
touch
this
it?
grungy apartment.
It's that one. Yeah, there we go.
Put it in your pants.
It's in his pants.
You carefully lay the rug on the floor. Even though you were never known for your interior decorating
Oh,
talents, you
jeez.
feel very satisfied with the location you have chosen.
Well, I think that was the material. He said something about the material. He just does it all by himself. Like,
If nobody forgot.
Your body is now carrying a nice static charge.
push the button.
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3.
Oh, jeez.
Wow,
Killed
the
him.
static energy you built up discharged, frying Lard Boy's circuitry. Did you actually think of that, or was it just luck?
Hey, can you pick
bores
up your
me
stuff now?
so. This optical disc-based multimedia entertainment system has a slew of powerful graphics and audio coprocessors. A unique flexible architecture, is extremely high-priced, and plays a half-dozen really bad arcade games. It's called a 3DOA.
Oh, jeez.
It does nothing until you insert a 3DOA compatible disc. The room seems to be... You have no idea where this place is, but it's nice to see...
That wasn't.
Your search through the CDs reveals a bunch of typically boring multimedia magazines.
What about that burlesque thing?
Multimedia phone book. Too bad there aren't any phones around here.
Go for fun.
You now possess the Mahdi.
What else can you pick up?
Now put it in his head. Fun.
Nah, it just lets you sit down. Yeah.
Smooth move. You've got his keyring.
Smooth move. Move. Let's see what else is in there. Anything else you need? Can you click on his head thing?
You summon the ability.
That's,
It's
oh,
a
he's dead
burlesque
though. You already
Monty.
killed him.
It probably. Boy, wouldn't it be cool if that really worked?
The narrator.
It wouldn't be prudent to. That's delightfully
Oh,
unhelpful.
Ah, man. It's a shame. Really? I mean, they can get somebody else to do that voice.
Well, well, well. The worm is out of the hole. So,
Who's that guy?
you have to ask yourself, do I feel lucky? Well, do I, punk?
He doesn't care?
It's the one called Nigel, the larger of the two mass-laden brothers.
He doesn't care that you escaped? Or he doesn't think you've escaped? Make him burlesque.
It's the one called Nigel, the larger of the two mass-laden brothers.
Maybe they have a.
That's an interesting idea. Not a good one, but interesting nonetheless.
Go to that golden circle thing.
It probably seemed like a...
Let's see, what else can you tell this?
This box is full of daddies. Daddies are modules which, when inserted into intercranial slots, give the user complete knowledge of whatever topic is programmed into that particular daddy.
What's a daddy? Daddies are modules
It's a
that give you complete.
You rummage around in the box to look for something useful, but all you find is an almost complete set of line dancing in zero-G daddies. Only Volume 2,
gee.
the Achy Breaky, appears to be missing.
Oh, man. Yep.
A box of moddies, behavioral modification Eurocircuit chips, lies under the desk. You poke and prod amongst the moddies until you find a moddy labeled churlish. Being intrigued by the word, you glom it. Incidentally, you might want to look up the word churlish before you do anything
I have a
stupid.
dictionary.
What does that mean, churlish?
Yeah, I'm actually looking it up right now.
Nice
'cause-
change from the stink-laden confines of that apartment.
The carton is full of spare parts and tools to keep the subspace neurotransmitter in operation. An acetylcholine torch, a bunch of axon terminals, a cell receptor, and a new package of postsynaptic membranes.
The churlish is like a rude
Ethonuric
person.
Contains phenylalanine. You poke around and look for something useful, but since you're not exactly Mr. Subspace,
I think you're better off
neurotransmitter
burlesque
repair guy,
than
none of
rude.
it appeals to you.
They'll probably kill you. Should you save first?
Save and then put the
A massive
rude one in.
subspace neurotransmitter fills the desk. Amplified by brainwave patterns, neurotransmissions are not affected by local damping fields. But you already knew that, right?
But they don't make games like this anymore.
Wow, he really creased your can. Pretty impressive. Maybe not from your point of view, of course. It would appear that merging those two items.
What's that? Yeah. What's that data controller?
That's the churlish Mahdi I found in that box.
You know what you do?
This is the
Switch
data
play-
coder you got from that endodroid hunter dude.
Yes.
Oh,
Corner of the label in this Mahdi seems to be loose.
that's awesome.
Put it on the burlap.
Nice.
Thinking it was the churlish Mahdi, he pops it in place.
Ah! Jeez.
A
One's
massive
dead.
subspace neurotransmitter fills the desk. Amplified by brainwave patterns, neurotransmissions are not affected by local damping fields. But you already knew that. Unfortunately, your brainwave patterns are far too puny to benefit from even this unit's powerful positronic amplifiers. Not much going on there, eh? It feels... This controller controls the controls on the subspace neurotransmitter.
Jeez, is this guy a control freak or what?
Good one, Roger.
There is nothing wrong with the subspace neurotransmitter controller. Do not attempt to adjust the controller. We are controlling transmission. We will control the horizontal. We will control
Oh, guys,
the
I'm
vertical.
here, by the way.
We can change your
Oh,
model
hey,
to a
what's going
soft
on?
blur or
hi.
sharpen it to crystal clarity.
The whole party is here.
Got a full group.
It's finally
Oh,
the all
that's a
three
signed
of us.
poster of the lead singer for that country western
you take that?
band, All in Az. You've never been a big CW fan. In fact, it is your belief that country and western music was outlawed hundreds of years ago in an attempt to reduce alcoholism.
Wow. What about that
It's
green
just
button over
another
there?
picture of a heavenly body.
Hey,
You pinch
Yeah,
yourself to make sure that
No, above the lava lamp.
so that you're not as
yep.
quiet.
this monoamine oxidase inhibitor brightens up an otherwise depressing room.
You push that button.
Another one of those formerly trendy bolt discharge lamps sits on the console top.
What's that? What's that black
A
thing
small
down there?
decorative novelty lamp
By the
displays
daddy
bolts
module
of
box.
electronic discharge. They were
What's that?
quite the rage a century or two ago.
Maybe you can take his belt.
Never know
It has
what
a couple
about
of things
people
attached to it.
Exactly.
It's Nigel's belt, complete with a damping field actuator and a nifty personal grooming assistant.
Can you clean it?
Excellent guess, Kreskin. Wrong, but excellent.
Oh,
It's the damping field actuator.
nice. You go out there? Did you save? Absent. But look at that mark on the ground.
Boy, this terrace is a nice change from the stink-laden confines of that apartment.
They're not free yet?
Yuck! It's the hair you pulled from Nigel's personal grooming assistant. No, that's just not a good idea now.
Yeah. What?
Boy, wouldn't it be cool if that really worked?
What are you sending me? Is it a manual?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, now let's walk
This appears to be some sort of control room. There's a landing platform beyond the damping field induction coils in the archway. The room is no longer giving off that low-level hum. This is the data quarter's proximity display. If one light is on, the selected chemical compound shown on the LCD screen is present, but at an extremely low trace level. If two lights are on, the compound is within 100 meters. If all three lights are on and flashing, the compound is within 10 meters. If no lights are on, either the data quarter is not turned on, or there is no detectable trace of the compound.
Alright.
Maybe there's something in particular we.
Don't open the data quarter when it's switched on. Doing so could damage some of the delicate internal components, such as your central nervous system.
Yeah, do that.
But it's complicated.
This circuit...
Maybe.
It's a circuit board, and a darn good one. This is the Dentium chip.
So there might be something in the magazine.
This is the Tachyon
tutorial
transmitter plate, hence the awesome TT moniker. This
homing
is the
beacon
data quarter
puzzle?
Power source, a tiny chip of Devallium crystal, the official power source of
Same thing
Starcom.
that lightsabers are made out of?
Captain, there be switches here. These are IRK switches. Only one switch for each sensor array may be on at any time, and only one IRK switch of each number 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9 may be on at any time.
I just do it to the code that.
Yeah, it's like Sudoku.
This is the particle shield plate, hence the helpful PS appellation. This is the Repentium chip.
See?
This is the subspace emitter plate, hence the handy SE abbreviation.
Yeah.
This is the Dimtel chip. Hey, don't put your... You start to say something. This is the recalibrating fluctuator plate, hence the always lovely RF tag.
What is Rook 1? I'm trying to understand the magazine.
This
The
is
Spentium chip. Where's that? Oh, that's it.
This is the feedback cutter offer plate.
The remaining
the
one
clever
uses the
FC
Spentium
label.
chip.
Like all.
Okay.
Our circuit board is at 0.
It's a circuit board, and a darn good one.
Alright.
It's a circuit board.
So it doesn't
and
just
a
tell
darn
us
good one.
correct order. So we have the homing beacon puzzle. Opening up the data quarter displays a grid of 5 squares. There are 5 sub-circuit plates that can be moved from square to square. Those are the green things, right? Each of the 5 sub-circuit plates has a jumper that can be moved to any of 5 ERC settings. So those are the jumpers. Yeah, 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9, and a socket to accept any of 5 chips. Okay. Chips, and they go on the sub-circuit plates. Alright. Spentium, Dentium, or Pentium, Fermentium, and Dimtal. The squares that the plates fit into are called the sensor arrays A through E. So we need to figure out which plate goes into which sensor array. We have to insert the correct chip into each plate and assign the correct ERC jumper to each plate. So all 5 plates are needed to create the homing beacon. We know that the feedback cutter offer, which is the FC plate.
This is the feedback cutter offer plate, hence the clever FC label.
And the tachyon transmitter, which is the TT plate.
This is the tachyon transmitter plate, hence the awesome TT moniker.
Need to follow certain configuration rules explained herein. But some confusion about the remaining plates, the recalibrating fluctuator, subspace emitter, and particle shield, will exist. Of these 3, we know that one must be placed at sensor array E. One of the others must be set at ERC 1, and the remaining one uses the Spentium chip. Okay, so one must be placed at sensor array E of the RF. It's either the RF, the SC, or the PS. So one of those goes E. And now, what else do we know about these things?
Hey, wasn't there a mood chip that was the exact same shape as those?
Said that one must be placed at sensor array E, one must be set to ERC 1, and for the RF, the SE, and the PS, those 3, one of those 3 goes in the slot E. We don't know which one. We put RF there. Then, one of the other ones, wherever we put that one, has to be set at ERC 1. So let's do that. And the remaining one, wherever that goes, that's the SE. That just needs a Spentium chip on it. And that's what those are things we know. See, it says we know that that those 2 need to follow certain configuration rules explained herein. Where are those rules? Is it that, well, according to this thing, it says the feedback, the tachyon transmitter, ERC 1, sensor array A, chip Dentium, but I don't think that's the rule for that. That's just telling us what is there. I don't see them. It says included herein, but maybe it's in the picture? No, there's nothing in the picture.
Next page.
No, it doesn't say, not on the next page.
Page 4.
Page 4?
Page before it.
How likely are you to get fired?
Very.
Okay, here we go. Oh. Solution to last month's puzzle. Oh, yep.
Page
Here we go. Should not be placed at sensor array. Okay, maybe we can just put the Dentium chip on it for now. Yeah. So that's good. The particle shield should not be placed at sensor array E, which is so far true. The subspace emitter should not use ERC7. Okay. Not blue. The RF should be placed at sensor array A. Let's do that. The RF should be on A. Okay, so that gives us some more information. The RF goes to A.
Got it.
And should be set to ERC9.
Right.
That we know. Now, before it said that the PS should not be at E, but then that means that the SE is at E.
Got it. The FC.
That means that the SE should be, based on the rules from before. And we know that the Spentium chip goes on it? Or that was a guess? That was a guess, right? The Spentium chip? We determined that? The remaining one uses Spentium chip. But we don't know it yet. We don't know if the Spentium chip goes on there yet.
Spentium has yellow, right?
The one goes on sensor array E, which is SE.
That's
I think you did it by accident.
SE. Check.
Well, you got to take the Spentium chip off the SE because it doesn't belong on the SE. It says one must be placed of the SE, the PS, and the RF. One's at sensor array E, which we know is the SE. The other is set at ERC1. The Spentium's got to go on the RF. Yeah. Okay, so that we're good with that. Feedback cutter offer won't work with the Fermentium chip. Should not go in B or C, so it belongs in D.
That one.
This
Okay. No, the SE can't be put at 1, based on the rules. No, that one's ERC9 based on the instructions. That's the PS, but we don't know if the PS goes in B or C yet. You clicked that by accident. You don't know if the PS is in C or B yet. So, whichever one the PS is in, that's the ERC1. Yeah. PS is 1. Plate that uses ERC3 uses a dim-tel chip. All right, that we can't really figure that one out yet. And the plate in sensor array D uses ERC5. All right, so we can set the D to ERC5.
D.
So that we know is correct. SE. But plate uses dim-tel chip. So all of A is correct. We know that SE goes to E.
And isn't in her plus.
Let's see, the feedback cutter offer won't work with the Fermentium chip. Okay. So, we don't know which one though. Okay, so the PS is in the right spot because the tachyon transmitter cannot be placed in array C, which means that the tachyon transmitter belongs in B. So the placement's correct. A, B, C, D, E is right. So we have PS is ERC 1, A is ERC 9, D is ERC 3. Let's see, the TT. Plate that uses ERC 3 also uses a dentium chip.
ERC 3 uses the dentium chip.
I mean, if you're taking a guess with the TT, you can set it to ERC 3. Which means that the Centium is ERC 7. I'm sorry, the SE is ERC 7. Fermentium chip cannot go in array B or C, so it has to go on E. So the Fermentium chip goes on the SE plate.
Fermentium goes on SE.
And then the DIM goes on PS. And then let's see if that works. Something's not right.
Don't open the data core such as your...
Oh, that means we gotta flip the TT. ERC 3. Wait a second. No, that doesn't make sense.
Flip it! Do it anyway.
It won't work.
It will.
Then that means that the SE uses ERC 1. No, the TT is, yeah, SE ERC 1, TT ERC 7, and that should be right. Let's see. We should really fill it in one at a time. We should only fit like a Sudoku, like only put what you know, not take a guess, because then it kind of screws everything up. But could use the Dimtel chip. Let's see, where does the Dentium go? Yes, the Dentium shouldn't be on... No, the Tachyon transmitter does use a Dentium chip. The Tachyon transmitter should use a Dentium chip and should not be placed at C, which it's not. It's set to ERC 9, which it is. Which puts it at D. And it can either use a Dimtel or the REP.
So switch them.
Okay.
The Dimtel and the REP, and then the green and the yellow.
Except that whatever's at D must use ERC 5. We have ERC 5 is correct. Oh, the SE can't be at ERC 1. Because look at the rules. The SE can't be at ERC 1 if right? Where does it say that? No, RF is at so that means PS should be at ERC 1.
Huh.
Yeah, it shouldn't be at ERC 1. PS should be at ERC 1. And then so that should be switched, right, with RF. Oh no, wait. PS is at ERC 1, and RF has Spentium.
Didn't that Sally Struthers Learn at Home course teach you not to stack components on top of each other?
There you go. Finally.
Hey! Here's your fish!
What?
Stellar, you picked up my homing signal. I can't believe I actually made it work. Now no one can say I spent a little bit too much free time in the bathroom with popular Tektronix.
Popular Tektronix, who are you trying to kid? I know what you were reading in there.
What was that voice, Roger? I thought I heard something.
No attention, Stellar. It was probably just a mechanical flatulence from the ship.
Anyway, we received a transmission from a nearby StarCon communications monitoring platform. They told us of some unusual signal originating from the area of polysorbate 60. We dialed it in, scanned the coordinates, and found you.
So what are you doing in this sector, Stellar? I thought you were stationed on the SCS Heinz 57.
I am. I had some leave accumulated and decided to take it. This is kind of embarrassing for me. I actually came to see you.
Right?
I've been thinking about you a lot lately, and I was curious about what you'd been up to, so I decided to visit. And when I arrived here, I found you had just left for shore leave on polysorbate. I decided to follow you down and try and catch up with you. When I got to that dump of an inn and found you'd been kidnapped by those thugs,
Yeah, right.
I searched around, but could find no trace of where they'd taken you. That certainly is a strange place. I decided to beam back up to the deep ship and try to locate you through your transport communicator signal. When I'd returned, I found you'd left it up here on the ship. I didn't know what to do then until that call came through from the StarCon installation. You're a lucky man, Wilco.
Yeah. I guess I am. If you hadn't gotten there when you did, I'd probably be a victim of some serious cement poisoning after those geeks chucked me off that balcony.
Terrace.
What?
Well, actually, it was a terrace.
Whatever.
Mhm.
Thanks, Stellar. I sure owe you a big one.
I'd sure like to collect that sometime. But let's talk about you and me. Perhaps I could take you to dinner sometime soon.
I'd like that, Stellar.
Surprising.
I'd like that a lot. The thing is, I
Wowee.
kind of have a relationship with another, and I wouldn't feel very comfortable about that. I mean, it wouldn't be fair to her. You understand? Not to mention the fact I'd be wearing my sphincter for a necklace if Beatrice ever found out. I hope you do understand, Stella. I like you. I think I even more than like you. I don't know where I got this inordinate sense of loyalty toward Beatrice.
The word that explains that is fear.
Pound
Oh,
stand,
jeez.
pal. Please know that were the situation
Wow.
any different, I'd be making that date with you right now.
Oh, I see. Friends, co-workers, buddies. That's all this is gonna be. Guess I knew it somewhere inside. I just didn't want to believe it. I guess I admire your trueness of heart, however misplaced. But I feel much more inclined to damn you for it. I know that's selfish, but it's how I feel. I must admit it shows something more about you, more depth of character than I gave you credit for, Wilco. Well, I'm patient. If you ever have a change of heart.
I never noticed that he has blue eyes.
Roger, we should see what we can find out about those subhuman walking dumpsters that had such a keen interest in you. I don't suppose you heard their names.
No, but I did get this neat personal grooming assistant. It needs a little cleaning, but...
That's great, Roger. Don't clean it, though. Take it to the sick bay. There's a DNA analyzer there. We can scan the contents and perhaps use the results to get some names and information about these guys.
You already killed one.
Good thinking, Stellar. I probably would have thought of it, eventually.
Yeah, I'm sure you would have, Roger. Look, I've got to go to sick bay and get some treatment for my back after that not-so-graceful rescue.
Oh, yeah, that. Sorry. Well, I'll see you there.
Is it a Sierra game? Gee.
Commander,
I am receiving a message from StarCon.
Computer on screen. Hello, Commander Kilbasa. I have a new directive for Deep Ship 86. This is actually a special request from me, Commander. As you may know, I served with Admiral Bluntfang during the Fallopian campaign. Admiral Bluntfang's widow is involved in building an off-world retirement community. They are almost finished, but have requested assistance from Deep Ship 86. Commander, please extend her every courtesy. You know, if things go well, this would not look too bad in your personnel file. I will let Sharpay, the Admiral's widow, explain further.
Hello, Commander Kilbasa.
Ugh.
As Admiral Toolman mentioned, we have almost completed our project here, but could use StarCon assistance.
Right?
To be honest, Commander, I pulled a few strings, but this is an important mission, I assure you. Since you are scheduled to be present for the dedication of the
She looks evil.
Golden Light Year's retirement center anyway, I hoped you might alter your travel plans to accommodate an earlier arrival. From the information provided me by my old friend, the Admiral, you would be able to warp here within a few hours. I require some assistance from your ship, as well as one of your crew members. Allow me to explain.
Meanwhile, back in sickbay.
Oh, why can't you close half the ship? Same time tomorrow, there she is, getting it back to responsibility.
Stellar is getting treatment for her back injury. You should be ashamed of yourself for jumping on her like that, you baby.
Good night, Owen.
This entire ship is a fire hazard.